Hello students, today let us deal with the poem The Tale of Custard the Dragon by Frederick Ogden Nash. Let's say something about the author. Ogden Nash was born in New York on the 19th of August 1902. He worked as a school teacher before becoming a copywriter. A copywriter means a person whose job is to write the words for advertising material. His first collection of poems entitled Hard Lines was published in 1931. The Boy Who Laughed at Santa Claus, 1957, and Girls Are Silly, 1962, are among his famous books. Nash is perhaps best remembered for his nonsense poetry like The Motherhead. He wrote over 400 pieces of comic verse. Nash died on the 19th of May 1971. The central idea of the poem. The Tale of the Custard the Dragon is a funny and humorous comical poem. The poem is about a little girl, Belinda, who owns 4 pets, namely a black kitten, a grey mouse, a yellow dog, and a cowardly dragon. The poet has described every character to be brave except the dragon, who is a coward. But the whole situation changes when a pirate attacks Belinda's house. It is the dragon who shows and proves his bravery by killing the pirate who breaks into her house. The poem carries a simple meaning that all that glitters is not gold, or we should not judge a thing by its appearance. There are tinge of ballad in the structure of the poem. A ballad is a song or poem that tells a story about courage or heroism. Now let's see the summary of the whole poem. Belinda lived in a little house. She lived with 3 pets. There were a black kitten named Ink, a grey mouse named Blink, a yellow dog named Mustard, and a cowardly dragon named Custard. All the pets except the dragon were thought to be very courageous and brave, but Custard was thought to be meek or humble and cowardly, and so looked for a safe cage. Belinda and all her pets made fun of him. Outwardly, the dragon had big, sharp teeth. His mouth looked like a fireplace, and there were daggers on his toes. He also had spikes on the top of his body and scales underneath. But all the other pets and Belinda mocked the dragon for his timidity and lack of courage. Belinda was as brave as a barrel of bears. In other words, Belinda was as brave as many bears. Ink and Blink could chase lions down the stairs, but the yellow dog was as brave as a tiger. So Belinda tickled Custard unmercifully. Blink and Mustard sarcastically called him Percival, a great warrior who did not do what he should have done. They asked him about his age as he cried timidly, for a nice, safe case. Suddenly, a nasty sound was heard. The dog growled, and all others looked around and saw a pirate climbing in through the window. He had a pistol in each of his hands. One of his legs was of wood. This shows that he was not a good person. He had been attacked, and so his leg might have broken, and so he had his leg made of wood. He looked terrible, and his intentions too seemed terrible. When Belinda saw the pirate, her face became pale. So she cried for help, but Mustard fled away. And Ink hid in fear. The little mouse, Blink, entered his hole. What about Custard? Custard fought bravely and swallowed the pirate by attacking him with his tail, which was as powerful as irons. After this incident, it got clear who was cowardly and who was brave. But they couldn't believe that Custard had done so brave an act in swallowing the parrot. The dragon, however, in his simplicity and humility, accepted that he was the most cowardly and everyone else was braver than he himself. Now, students, have you got the message of the poem, The Tale of Custard the Dragon? The message of the poem is that barking dogs seldom bite. Those who boast of their bravery are rarely brave. All the brave were scared and ran away at the sight of the parrot, except Custard, who said that he was a coward but proved to be the bravest. It also teaches us that all that glitters is not gold, so we should never judge a thing by its appearance. That's all.